Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital turns the heat up in Port Charles, and it all begins with tension simmering long before the first confrontation even happens. Carly walks into the day already on edge, trying to protect her peace, but peace is the one thing she won't be getting. What she does get is a situation that pushes her patience, her loyalty, and her instincts right to the limit. And when Carly's pushed too far, there's only one outcome. Somebody's going to get shut down fast. Carly starts off in a mood that tells everyone around her to tread carefully. She's juggling too many worries, especially with her family constantly threatened by chaos from all directions. So when someone comes at her with questions she has zero interest in entertaining, Carly isn't softening her tone. She shuts it down immediately, with that fire and determination she's known for. She's trying to prevent a situation from spiraling, but her anger makes it clear she's not going to be manipulated, cornered, or talked into anything she doesn't want. The trouble is, the person pressing her doesn't back off. They underestimate just how fiercely Carly reacts when she senses someone digging for information. Her temper flares, her walls go up, and her message comes across loud and sharp. She's done playing nice. She's not explaining herself. She wants the issue dropped. And she makes sure it's dropped by ending the conversation on her terms, intense, blunt, and absolutely unambiguous. While Carly's shutting someone down across town, Sonny finds himself in a completely different kind of pressure cooker. He's used to people throwing accusations his way, but today, it's less about accusations and more about someone trying to peel away his defenses. Sonny sits through questions that are supposed to seem harmless, but he's not fooled. He recognizes a probe when he hears it. Every question feels loaded, and every pause feels deliberate. Sonny's instincts kick in, and he tries to figure out what the real agenda is. The person grilling Sonny pushes for details he doesn't intend to share. They ask him about his connections, his dealings, and his recent decisions, framing everything like they're just checking in. But Sonny knows it's never that simple. His guard rises with every attempt to get him talking. His answers grow short, calculated, and guarded. He's calm on the outside, but inside, he's mapping out what's happening around him. As the conversation intensifies, Sonny realizes they're testing him. Not just his patience, but his loyalty, his honesty, and his strategy. Someone wants leverage, maybe even confirmation of something Sonny has kept tightly contained. Instead of giving them what they want, Sonny turns the tables. He chooses his words with absolute precision, refusing to let his interrogator gain any ground. And even though Sonny doesn't lose his temper, the pressure is unmistakable. He feels it. The watcher sees it. And his interrogator absolutely senses it. This grilling session doesn't end with Sonny storming out, but it does end with him making something crystal clear. Whatever they're fishing for, they're not getting it from him. He's too experienced, too seasoned, and too aware to give anybody the upper hand. And while Sonny stays composed, his eyes make one thing known: he's already planning his next move. Something is shifting around him, and he needs to stay ahead of it. Meanwhile, another complicated situation is brewing in the legal world of Port Charles, and Rick Lansing is right at the center of it. Rick has always been a man who blends ambition and cunning in a way nobody else quite can. And today, he brings out one of his sharpest tools, the legal loophole. Rick knows he's dealing with a situation that could go either way, and instead of leaving anything to chance, he crafts a strategy that only someone with his particular mindset could imagine. Using technicalities, timing, and an unexpectedly clever argument, Rick introduces a legal twist that completely shifts the power dynamic. It's smart, unexpected, and perfectly timed. He's not breaking rules, but he's bending them just enough to give himself the advantage. This move catches people off guard, not just because it works, but because it highlights just how far Rick is willing to go. His trick isn't just about winning a case or gaining leverage. It's about positioning himself exactly where he wants to be. Rick's maneuver forces others to adjust, react, or scramble. Suddenly, the people who thought they had things under control realize they've been outmaneuvered. Rick doesn't brag about it, and he doesn't need to. The results speak for him. And as word of Rick's sudden advantage spreads, reactions ripple across town. Some people are impressed, others are frustrated, and a few are outright furious. But nobody can deny it. Rick flipped the script, and he did it with the kind of precision only he could pull off. As all these storylines unfold simultaneously, the tension in Port Charles builds quietly but powerfully. Carly's confrontation leaves her shaken but also certain she made the right call. She protected her boundaries, even though the fallout might circle back to her sooner than she expects. Sonny's grilling exposes cracks in the trust he thought he had with the person pushing him. And now he has to evaluate whether this was a one-time test, or the start of a deeper challenge that could pull him into dangerous territory. And Rick's bold move sets off a chain reaction he's fully prepared to handle, even if others aren't. The storm that's forming around all three of them hints at bigger battles on the horizon. None of these tensions end today. Today is just the spark. Carly's anger, Sonny's suspicion, and Rick's maneuver all feed into larger stories waiting to unravel. And while none of them know how their choices today will come back around, one thing is certain. Port Charles won't stay calm for long. Friday's episode leaves everyone on edge, bracing themselves for whatever comes next. And with the way things are shifting, one unexpected move from any of them could change everything. Carly thinks she shut down a threat, but the fallout may be more complicated than she realizes. Sonny thinks he protected himself, but the motives behind that questioning may lead to even bigger trouble. And Rick believes he's gained the upper hand. But in Port Charles, having the advantage often puts a target on your back. As the day closes, every character is left with more questions than answers. Alliances may shift, truths may surface, and secrets may be forced into the open. But for now, the tension simmers just below the surface, setting the stage for the next explosive moment in Port Charles. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.